The UK hockey season is coming to an end, and if you're anything like us, that leaves a bit of a gap in the weekly routine. For months, we've had games every weekend, storylines developing, playoffs building, and then suddenly, it all just stops. But the good news is, hockey doesn't stop everywhere. While the UK heads off into the off-season, the Australian Ice Hockey League, or AIHL, is just getting started. And over the last few years, there's been a growing interest from the UK fans looking for a summer league to follow. Something competitive, accessible, and still very much part of the global ice hockey community. The AIHL has been running since 2000 and features teams from across Australia with a mix of domestic players and imports from North America, Europe, and even Asia. It's a league known for being welcome to new supporters, very active on social media, and importantly for us in the UK, very easy to follow online. So in this episode, we're going to introduce the league, take a look at each of the teams, hear from people involved in the AIHL, and hopefully help you decide which team you might want to follow over the summer. Because just because the UK season's ending, doesn't mean the hockey has to. Let's get into it. So, what exactly is the AIHL? The Australian Ice Hockey League is the top level ice hockey competition in Australia, and it's been running since the year 2000. The league currently features 10 teams based across the country, from Perth on the west coast all the way across to Sydney, Newcastle and Brisbane on the east coast. Now, obviously when people think of Australia, ice hockey probably isn't the first spot that comes to mind, but the sport has actually been growing steadily there for quite a long time. The AIHL is considered a semi-professional league with a mix of domestic Australian players and import players from overseas, including North America and Europe. That means the standard of hockey is competitive, fast-paced and very watchable, particularly if you're already following leagues like the AIHL or the National League here in the UK. One of the really interesting things about the AIHL is the geography involved. Australia is obviously a huge country, and some teams have to travel thousands of miles for away games, which creates some unique challenges that you don't always see in European leagues. The season typically runs from April through to August, meaning it fits almost perfectly into the UK off-season window. And at the end of the season, the league plays for the Goodall Cup, which is actually one of the oldest ice hockey trophies in the world, first awarded back in 1909. Games are regularly streamed online. Highlights are widely shared on social media, and the league has become increasingly accessible for international viewers like us in recent years. So while it might not be a league many UK fans are familiar with yet, it's one that is easy to follow and offers a great way to keep watching hockey throughout the summer months. So right now you're probably thinking, this is all great, but I don't know anything about any of the teams or any of the players. Well, don't worry, in the next two segments, we've got you covered. First of all, we're going to have an introduction to the teams, and then next, we're going to see all the players and what they have to say for themselves. First up, the Adelaide Adrenaline, based in South Australia. They're one of the more established teams in the league and have been part of the AIHL setup for a number of years, building a consistent presence over time. Adelaide have often been seen as a competitive side capable of causing problems, particularly at home, where travel can play a factor for visiting teams. If you enjoy supporting a team with experience in the league and the potential to challenge on the day, the Adrenaline might be a solid option for you. Next up, we've got the Brisbane Lightning, and the Lightning represent Queensland and are one of the newer additions to the AIHL. As a relatively young team, they're still building their identity and growing their presence within the league, which makes them an interesting long-term project to follow. There's a real sense of development around the club, both on and off the ice. If you like the idea of getting in early and following a team's journey as they grow, Brisbane could be a great pick. Next up is the Brave, and Canberra have really established themselves as one of the standout teams in recent years. They've built a strong reputation for being well organised, competitive and consistently towards the top end of the standings. That consistency makes them an attractive option for fans who want to follow a team next year that is regularly in the mix when it comes to the finals. If you tend to back teams with a modern winning culture, Canberra are definitely one to watch. The Central Coast Rhinos bring one of the more unique storylines in the league, having made a return to the AIHL setup. That gives them a bit of a fresh start feel as they look to re-establish themselves and build momentum again. Teams in this position often attract interest from neutral fans who enjoy watching a club grow and develop over time. If you like a comeback story or want to follow a team rebuilding its place in the league, the Rhinos offer something a little different. Now we come to the current Goodall Cup holders, and Melbourne Ice, who are one of the most successful and recognisable teams in the history of the AIHL. They've won multiple championships and have been considered one of the benchmark clubs in the league. With that success comes expectation, and they're often seen as one of the teams to beat each season. So if you usually find yourself supporting an established, successful team, Melbourne Ice will feel like a natural fit. But we're not going too far away yet, because they do have some noisy neighbours. Also based in Melbourne, the Melbourne Mustangs provide a direct contrast and rivalry to the Ice. That local derby is one of the standout matchups in the AI calendar and adds an extra edge whenever the two sides meet. The Mustangs have carved out their own identity within the league and offer a slightly different path for fans who want to be part of that rivalry. If you enjoy derby games and picking a side in a city rivalry, this is a really interesting pick. Next up, we've got the Newcastle North Stars, and they're another one of the league's most successful clubs and have been consistently competitive over the years. They've built a strong reputation of being difficult opponents and are often in the conversation when it comes to championship contenders. That history of success gives them a level of credibility that appeals to fans who like backing proven teams. If you want a team with pedigree and a track record of competing at a high level, Newcastle are a great option. Now, moving only slightly further away, we've got the Perth Thunder, who are based on the west coast of Australia and arguably face the most unique challenge in the league. Because of the geography, they deal with some of the longest travel distances for away games, which can have a real impact across the season. That adds an extra layer to their story and makes following them a bit different compared to other teams. If you like the idea of supporting a team with a unique logistical challenge, things that are thrown at them every single week, and a strong identity, Perth might be the team for you. Now, if this was last season, then our team list would have been done. However, another great thing about the AIHL this year is the return of two more teams, taking the AI from an 8-team league to a 10-team league. The first of those teams are the Sydney Bears, who are one of the foundation clubs of the AIHL and bring a strong sense of history to the league. They've been part of Australian hockey for a long time and represent that traditional side of the competition. For fans who value heritage and long-standing clubs, the Bears offer that connection to the league's roots. If you're drawn to teams with history and identity, this is definitely one to consider. The Sydney Ice Dogs round out the lineup and are known for their passionate supporter base and strong identity. Their rivalry with the Sydney Bears adds another layer of intensity and helps create a great atmosphere around their games. They often carry that underdog energy, which can make them a really engaging team to follow. If you enjoy passionate fan bases and getting behind a team with something to prove, the Ice Dogs probably are the team for you. So there's your list of teams, and hopefully I've given you a little bit of insight into each one of them. However, I'm also a new fan for the season, so before this season's first puck drop, I thought it'd be a good idea to reach out to the players directly and hear what they had to say. Every team was so accommodated and we had plenty of responses, so instead of me telling you about the teams, why not hear it directly from the guys on the ice?
Hey guys, my name is Joey McDougall. I'm the captain at number 26 for the Adelaide Adrenaline.
Hi, my name is Batuk Antonov. I'm number 87 from Brisbane Lightning.
Hi, I'm Tanner Hops, number 42 for the Brisbane Lightning.
Hi everyone, my name is Casey Kabara. I am number 15 for the Canberra Brave.
Hi, my name is Danny Bouchard. I'm number 83 of the Central Coast Rhinos.
I'm Tyler, playing for the Central Coast Rhinos, number 16.
Hey, I'm Colton Schindel with the Melbourne Ice. I'm a forward and wear number 18.
Hi, it's Nathan Kasha here, number 6 from the Melbourne Ice.
Hey, my name is Mike Georgie. I play for the Melbourne Mustangs. I'm a defenseman. My number is 22.
Hi, my name is Riley Klugerman, and I'm number 12 for the Newcastle North Stars.
Hey, it's Noel Moncrief here, number 19 for the Sydney Bears.
Hi guys, my name's Grant Toolman. I'm number 66.
If you're ever in Australia, make sure you come to Perth and come watch us play. Come for a little holiday. You can eat some nice fish and chips as well. Proper British.
I would describe the AIHL as a very offensive, competitive, entertaining, physical league. There's a lot of offense in the sense that goalies generally see 30 plus shots a game. Games tend to be high scoring, which is always entertaining, and the physicality is always a plus. You might even catch a fight every now and then.
It's pretty like end-to-end, chaotic league, a lot of hits at times, and yeah, good to watch.
I would describe the AIHL as very competitive league with like its own rules. So each team can have 4 imports plus 1 Asian import. I think that's very rare compared to like to other leagues. And the hockey style is pretty similar, I think, to NIHL and to like North American leagues. It's like a lot of hitting, a lot of scrums, very competitive style of hockey.
How I describe the AIHL, it's a fast-paced game, high offense, lots of scoring. Definitely exciting to watch that way.
The AIHL is the top league here in Australia, spread out across the entire country, so a lot of travel involved. We fly to Perth, Melbourne, Brisbane, Adelaide. We bus to Sydney, Central Coast, and Newcastle. The league itself is really competitive, and it's grown a lot in the last kind of 10, 15 years. We get some of the really great imports from the top North American and top European leagues here because it's off season for them, and they come down to Australia to stay sharp, have fun, see the country, and still play a pretty high level of hockey.
The IHL, I would describe it like it's an intense league. Everybody's pretty intense. Everybody wants to win. A lot of hits. Lots of guys like to finish it. Rough stuff sometimes. So yeah, it's a fun league to play.
It's a funny league, the AIHL. It's semi-professional is what they call it. So it's good hockey. It's fun. But at the same time, most guys still work at a full-time job. During the day. But I think the AIHL would really surprise some UK fans with some really good imports coming over and some good local balance as well.
I would describe the AIHL as a highly offensive, very back and forth kind of league. Every team's competitive, and every team is full of passionate fans that make the league super fun to play in.
I'd describe the AIHL to a UK fan as just a run and gun, entertaining league. Lots of goals scored every week, high paced. Yeah, teams are just trying to score goals.
We're the best league in the Southern Hemisphere, and we're a jungle out here.
I would describe the AIHL as a very underrated league that not a lot of people know about, but they should, as it is very fast, physical, and high scoring that you don't know what you're going to get on any given night, but it'll keep you on the edge of your seat.
If I was to describe the AIHL, it would be we're a fast-paced league, like anywhere else. We're hardworking, gritty, get our hands dirty, love big hits and fights and aggression and that. But we're also got a lot of skillful guys in the league, locals and imports alike. I don't know how import systems work in other leagues, but we have a total of 5 imports on the ice at one time. Whether it's goalies or defensemen or forwards, they kind of, all coaches, they vary all along the ice. But yeah, it's I want to assume it's definitely different to other leagues. But I feel like that's what makes us unique in our own right.
And if I were to describe the AIHL to a UK fan who's never seen it, I would start off by telling them to go down to the Manchester Storm barn. Go check out some games there. We have a good collection of AIHL fans, specifically Ice Dogs fans. I played over there for a season, had some really good connections, and I had the best fans in the world in Manchester, next to Sydney, of course. A few of them have actually come down and come to some games in Sydney and come watch it. So look for the Ice Dogs jersey in Manchester and ask them what it's like.
I'd say the biggest difference is less imports and way more travel, especially for us.
Also, there's not as much fighting, but I think the thing with us is that there's a big mixture of locals, and every team can have 4 imports, which is a lot less, like Lindo said, but it's quite a competitive league.
What would make our team unique is that we do have a fairly young core group of players. Guys around 25 years of age, and a few teenagers. that are quite skilled and have been developing over the years. So there's a lot of promise in what's to come for our team and building around some of those younger guys.
Probably our rink, if nothing else. Yeah, something similar to probably what you guys would expect from the old Planet Ice Basingstoke or one of the shitter rinks.
I think what makes my team unique is we have a pretty young group that's like getting in their like good age now. So our decor is about like 20 to 25 years old now. And it's really fun to watch our team play because doesn't matter like if we win or we lose, it's going to be like very competitive and like you will have fun watching it.
Our team, the Brisbane Lightning, what makes us unique, we're a young team, got a lot of returning local guys, looking to make that next step into the season coming up here.
My team is unique because it's the youngest team in the league, and to win game we need to come as a group, come as a team for real. So that's a pretty unique from the Rhinos, I think.
The Rhinos, the Central Coast Rhinos. I think the Rhinos are a truly like coast-based, like small town team compared to the Sydneys and Melbournes, the Canberras that have like big city vibes. The Central Coast is as it sounds, we're 5 minutes from the rink is 5 minutes from the coast, from the beach. Some of the most amazing beaches in the country as well, and more of a small town, small like passionate community of fans, I'd say.
Our team in Melbourne is quite unique because we're the defending champions, and we feature a very similar roster from last year that brought home the Goodall Cup. So look for us to be at the top of the standings, we're hoping.
Our team's in a pretty unique situation, kind of got two generations of Aussie players, I guess, playing together. You've got legends of the game and the club like Webby and Berkey on the team, and now we've got a fresh new generation of talent coming through. So it's a pretty special time at the club.
We got a lot of expats on this team, so a lot of Canadians, New Zealanders, just people from all over, and so a couple of Russians.
What makes the North Stars unique for me is that we have the most passionate fans in the league, and that we're also a very highly skilled physical team that will play any way you want it, but we also love scoring goals on home ice and hearing that pop from our crowd.
What makes our team unique would probably be we got a really, really good mix of young to old. I feel like a lot of teams out there, they're either really young or really old, where we have a really nice flow through the team from as young as 16-year-olds all the way up to mid-30s, and right the way through. We got guys of every age and coming from all around the world, whether it's an Aussie playing in a different country or an import or a guy that's played their entire career in Australia. We got a lot of different styles of hockey throughout the team, so I think that definitely makes us unique, and it produces some really fun hockey.
What makes your team unique? The Sydney Ice Dogs. We're a hard bunch to put into a bucket. No one has more fun or is a closer knit group than the Sydney Ice Dogs. It's one of those unique situations where we truly are a very, very tight knit group.
What makes our team unique? Well, we are the furthest team away from any other team in the league. We've got arguably the best crowd, I would say. I don't know, what else?
I'd say we're the closest group by far. Like, we've all been playing together since we were 10, at least the locals. So yeah, by far, no one changes because there's no other team anywhere near us. So yeah, we're all in it.
I would say our biggest rival is probably everyone. We've kind of been stuck at the bottom of the ladder in the AIHL for the last few years. So we definitely have something to prove, and we're going to have to fight our way through everyone to try and to get to the position that we want to be in. So definitely everybody is a rival for us.
I don't really think that we have one. probably just because the team's been floating around the bottom for so long, but probably traditionally it was like the Ice maybe for a long time, but nowadays we had some heated games against the Thunder and the Lightning last year.
I think our biggest rival was, personally for me, it was Sydney teams. I don't really like them, so I don't know who's the biggest rival, like team wise, but I think Sydney teams is like not our best friends.
In terms of our rival, I wouldn't pick a team that I'd say necessarily we have the biggest rivalry against. Every game in the AIHL is quite important. It's a big game. There's 10 teams this year now, 8 last year. Every game's important. Every team you're going to have to battle against, and with that small group of teams there, at any moment any team can win. So every game's big.
Canberra's biggest rival changes through the years, but usually it's either Newcastle North Stars or the Melbourne Ice more recently. We lost last year in the grand final to Melbourne Ice, who had some pretty good players and a really potent offense, some NHL players, and they were a really good team. So they ended up winning the Goodall Cup last year, and we unfortunately came second.
Our biggest rival, I think, for the community is the Newcastle, but for me, I think I had my better battle against Canberra. It's a team against that they are very physical, and guys like to win. They are structured. It's a good team. So for me, last season in particular, the Canberra Braves was the biggest rival.
For the Riders, it's got to be Newcastle. I'd say they're right up the road, about an hour or so. And yeah, since we've come into the league a few years ago, they've really played up the rivalry between us and Newey as they call it like the Battle of the M1 or something, which is the highway just that goes between us and them. So there's been a few battles. I think we got 1 or 2 wins against them last year, but they've got our number over the last few years. But hopefully we can change that.
Our biggest rival is the Melbourne Mustangs, as they share the same city and arena as us. Our derby games with them are some of the most exciting games you can experience, I think. Playing in front of the crowds there is super fun.
Our biggest rival is definitely the Mustangs. Nothing beats a derby on a Friday night at O'Brien. The fans are always going, and they're always great games.
It's Melbourne Ice for sure. The derby.
I would say our biggest rival is the Canberra Brave, as whenever we seem to play them, it's a very fast, physical, and emotional game that takes a lot out of you, but when you win, it feels really good. And I think everyone on our team always has it circled every single year on the calendar.
Biggest rival would probably have to be the Dogs, the Ice Dogs. Same city, same rink. We've always butted heads, as we should. So they're definitely one of our biggest rivals. I'd say another one, games against Canberra Brave, would get pretty feisty. We have some pretty heated games against the Brave. I feel like just the Bears as a whole, we're a team that everybody wants to beat. But yeah, our main rival would have to be the Dogs.
Who's the biggest rival? Sydney Bears, of course. We have some good derbies. I got to learn that my very first season over here, 2016. Unfortunately, one was out in Penrith, I think. We're out in Liverpool. Now we're a little closer to Sydney. It's a hell of a rivalry. Love it.
I'd say Canberra or Sydney Bears. We always seem to have great games against them, and Canberra's had our number the last few years of time. So yeah, I'd say Canberra.
I would say Canberra. We've got a pretty good relationship with the management and the Bears, so that's always a bit of a rivalry.
Last season for our team was quite good. We did the best we've done in the last few years in the competition, especially our last 11 games. We won 7 of them, and I think that was a really good building block and a bit of confidence for the team to kind of prove to ourselves and the rest of the league that we are competitive, and we're doing everything that we can to be a better team and be in those final positions.
Probably not what we wanted. We just missed out on the finals by a couple of points, and trying to sort of rectify that this year by having a strong start instead of relying on having a huge win streak towards the end of the year.
Last season we went really good at the start. We were second in the league, and then closer to the end we went a little bit on a slope. So we finished fourth, I think, and we lost in the first round. So not the best result was shown, but still lots of positives.
Last season, we made it to the playoffs there. Got knocked out in the opening round. Our goal is always to win the last game of the season, so hopefully we can improve from that last year and at least make it one more day in that playoffs.
Last season for Canberra was really special for a number of reasons. We moved into the Australian Institute of Sport, which is now the largest rink in the country with the most seats available. I think they sold out every home game with about 3,000 seats. It's a full bowl and the atmosphere was absolutely incredible.
The last season for the Rhinos was tough. We didn't win much game. We had a lot of injuries. I was playing a defense too, so it was new for me. But I really liked it, and happy to do whatever I can this year to win.
Last season we struggled with injuries. Myself, but not only that. Our captain Bert went down. We had imports in and out of the lineup. A few other local guys that just got injured, and it really hurt us, I think. We ended up coming in last place. So we can't do any worse than that this year. So we've got high expectations.
Last season was excellent for our team as we hoisted the Goodall Cup. Personally, I had a really good year. I came in kind of on a tryout and then ended up in top 3 in goals for the league. So I'm hoping to build on that for this season.
It was a great season last season. We started the season really strong. Lots of guys here early, ready to go. Just continue to build throughout the season, and then obviously finished up with the championship, which was an unbelievable experience.
We had a bit of bad luck last season, a few key injuries to some really good players, and it was a disappointing finish.
Last season for me and our team, we had a little up and down where we didn't achieve our main goal, which was the Goodall Cup, but we still made it to the semifinals. So that was a little bit disappointing, as you want to win it every single year, but last year we didn't.
Speaking on last year, unfortunately, us and the Ice Dogs were unable to participate in the league. Our rink was getting well-needed, well-deserved upgrades, and it looks amazing now. But unfortunately we weren't able to play last year. But I can speak on 2024, where we were top team in the league, team that everyone wanted to beat, but no one could. And we're going to bring that same energy into 2026. We got a lot of guys from that team returning. We got a lot of new guys that want to keep that winning mentality trucking along. So yeah, it'll be the same thing from 2024. Be the team that everyone wants to beat, but the team that no one can beat.
Last season wasn't great. The hockey rink was closed. A lot of the Sydney players had to disband and go to different teams. It was a nice season for myself personally, and particularly my partner. We weren't away on the road every weekend playing hockey, so we got to relax a little bit, but chomping at the bit this year.
For us, last year was a pretty good one. Finished third in the standings. We had a really good group of guys, good imports, but again, unfortunately, didn't make it to the grand final, which was obviously our goal, and we all want to bring the cup back to Perth one day, so that was a bit disappointing, but other than that, I think the season was pretty good.
Yeah, agreed. Just disappointed with the end.
I think what fans can expect from us this season is more grit and determination, building off of last year. We're really looking to get ourselves into one of the final spots this year in the grand finals weekend, and again, just building off of a little bit of confidence that we gained from the end of last season.
I think fans can expect from me for next season I will try to beat my points, because I went better and better, like from first to second year, so I'm trying to be better even in third. And I think for fans, like, it's going to be fun to watch me playing because it's going to be a lot of hitting and lots of goals, hopefully.
Fans, for me, I like to play offense. I like to set my teammates up for goals. Like I said, it's a high scoring league, and our team here, we want to put the puck in the net more than the other team does. So that's the way to win, and that's our goal here.
What fans should expect from us this season is to have another pretty competitive team. It's always a different roster at the start of the year compared to the end of the year, just because more players are coming in from North America and Europe once their season's finished. But we're always going to be there at the end of the day. We have a really good local base. The team's worked really hard in the off season to not only build off that, but also recruit some pretty talented imports. So should be a big showing from us, and hopefully make finals down in Melbourne, and this year win the Goodall Cup.
What to expect from the Rhinos this year? It's going to be a tough team to play against, good defensively, a team that will never give up, and will always be on the other team faces.
Well, from the Rhinos in general, just hard, gritty hockey. I think we're really going to surprise some people this year. The last couple of years, we've kind of been at the bottom of the table, but as I said earlier, we got high expectations, and yeah, we're going to be playing hard.
Going into this season, we should be a strong team again. Got our great local core of players back, and then Gooch and the management team, they always bring in a good quality of import, so it should just continue to build throughout the season.
I think we're a new look team this year. We play fast and hard, and our new coach has us playing north-south hockey.
So I think this year the fans can expect us to make a real push and expect us to win the Goodall Cup. For fans that don't know me, if you're watching me for the first time, you can expect a very fast and skilled player that loves to push the pace and, get you on the edge of your seat.
Speaking of myself going into the season, I'm just, and what to expect from me, just my usual game, gritty, hard-hitting hockey, getting my hands dirty, pucks in the corner, grinding pucks out of the corner, cleaning up in front of the net, getting the garbage goals. I know I'm not a pretty player and I don't have the best shot or best hands in the world, but, I can kind of get my elbows out and dig around a bit and tuck a couple pucks in. So, that's what I was doing in 24, and that's what I hope to keep doing in 26 is, just keep playing my game.
Very excited group here. Like I just said, we've been off the ice for the last season. A few guys were able to go elsewhere, but I think everyone's just really hungry to get back in the ice, get some wins. No better feeling than being in the dressing room after a big win.
I'd say the biggest difference is less imports and way more travel, especially for us.
Also, there's not as much fighting, but I think the thing with us is that there's a big mixture of locals, and every team can have 4 imports, which is a lot less, like Lindo said, but it's quite a competitive league.
UK fans should probably pick our team just because we do have a young core. We're kind of up and coming, if you can say that, and we do have a lot to prove. So I think that for this season and for seasons to come, we're going to be kind of one of the teams to watch and in progressing and getting better. So it's exciting times for our team.
I think definitely we're the team that's got the most character and the most. This year we've got a bunch of local guys, so that's always exciting to watch, and we've got some fun imports. So you guys should definitely pick us.
I think UK fans can pick our team because it's, as I said before, it's really fun to watch. Because there's going to be fightings, there's going to be hittings, there's going to be goals. So even if our team winning or losing, we're going to show that we give everything we had for the win. So thank you guys. Hope you're going to support us.
Fans in the UK, if you're picking teams, we're young, we're fast, we're gritty. We got a lot of hardworking guys on the team, a lot of guys that can put the puck in the net, and we're looking to make that jump from last year. So go Lightning.
I think UK fans should pick our team to support our team for that exact reason. We win lots of games and we have an awesome community. We have some fans and sponsors that really get behind it. And, you'll see some fast, hard-hitting and competitive hockey if you watch us. And hopefully we'll be the team at the end of the season down in Melbourne with a trophy above our heads.
Why a UK fan pick my team? Because people like underdog, and we are underdog again this year, and it's fun. We'll make some surprise. Thank you.
I think we're truly the underdog. So if you love an underdog story, you got to back us. And as I said earlier, just a small town, small community, but with a lot of potential. And we need all the support we can get. And yeah, as I said before, I think we're going to have a good year.
I'd say the biggest reason that fans should choose the Melbourne Ice, honestly, is our home rink features a really excellent broadcast that provides a really good viewing experience from when you're watching at home. Also, our team is kind of a bit of the villains of the league at the moment, so if you kind of want to cheer when everyone else is not cheering, then that's a reason to cheer for the Ice.
The UK fans, they should pick our team. I guess, first of all, reigning champions, and hoping to build on that success. And then, in addition, just the history of the club. I mean, starting in 2002, then the three-peat of 2010, 11, 12, then 2017, what an incredible team that was. And now, obviously, like I said, coming off the championship from last year. So, should pick us and support us.
We're the Mustangs, and I know the UK is big into polo, so jump on one of these horses and let's ride to a final.
If you're still deciding on a team to pick, I believe, the North Stars would be a great choice, as we have some of the most loyal fans in the league that have built a really strong community that we, as players, we love to engage with also, and that's very loyal and passionate to us. So hopefully you guys are North Star fans when you're watching this year.
Probably we're a fun team. We're a fun team to watch. We're a fun team to interact with. We've got a lot of great guys, a lot of great personalities on and off the ice. We've got a lot of great fans, volunteers, from head to toe. The club's a well-oiled machine with a lot of amazing people. I know the players on the ice, we love hearing the fans, we love seeing the fans, we love hearing stories of fans traveling from interstate, traveling from different countries, watching interstate, watching from different countries. It definitely lights fire under us. As we always say, as our captain says, we love the fans to just be the sixth man on the ice, just get loud, get behind us. So we're super supportive of them, and we play really fun hockey. We're fast, we hit hard, but we also play with a lot of skill and finesse, and I think it's a really fun hockey to watch, and I know there's a lot of people out there that definitely would agree with me.
No brainer. Sydney Ice Dogs, we're what you would want out of the UK Hockey League. We're hard working, we get dirty in the corners, we scrap. Love to have a beer with the fans after a game, if it's allowed, of course. UK fans would absolutely love the Ice Dogs the most, and I can attest to it. Fantastic.
I'd say you guys should support us because we don't have the biggest budget, but we got the biggest heart.
Great answer. Every year in, year out, we always have one of the most competitive teams in the league, having such a great group of local players mixed up with arguably some of the best imports around the league. I think it's just, we play some very exciting hockey, so it's definitely worth following us.
So, if you've chosen your team or you're looking to get involved and you're wondering how to watch, it's actually pretty straightforward. The league offers streaming services through AIHL TV where you can watch every regular season as well as the playoffs later on. That's over 150 regular season games plus the postseason, so there's plenty of hockey to keep you going through the summer. And honestly, the pricing is pretty reasonable as well. It works out as roughly £15 per month or around £40 for the full year, which gives you access to the entire regular season and playoffs and all the games basically whenever you want them in the app. Considering what you actually pay to go to a hockey game in person these days, that's actually pretty solid value if you're planning on properly following the league. And even if you're not ready to commit straight away, teams in the league are very active on social media, so highlights and the clips are always easy to find. So basically, there's no excuse now. If you picked your team, you can start watching straight away. And let's be honest, £40 to cure the hockey withdrawal over the summer feels like a pretty good deal. Hopefully this has given you a helpful introduction to the AIHL and maybe even helps you find a team to follow over the summer. If you do decide to follow the league, let us know which team you've chosen and why. And if you'd like to see more AIHL content over the coming months, we may look at doing occasional updates as the season progresses. If you've enjoyed this episode, please consider subscribing or following us on our social media. Instagram and Facebook is usually where you can find us. But other than that, a massive thank you for watching and enjoy your summer hockey.
Slap shots, syndicate, pure ambition. 3 mics, 1 mission. As a brand roster, yeah, that's the crew. Dropping knowledge, what you gonna do?